Good evening. The state television company Western Armenia represents the most important events of these days. Today's broadcast. On April 24 in Mandelieu la Napoule will take place a ceremony dedicated to the memory of the victims of the genocide against Armenians. Commemoration ceremony of the genocide against Armenians in Lyon. Our special detachment can create chaos in the back of the enemy. Tonoyan. Patrick Fiori, Helene Segara and other singers will perform in Yerevan dedicated to the 95th anniversary of Aznavour. Kurdistan opens first Armenian church in Erbil. During the excavations in Artsakh, scientists have made astonishing discoveries. Armenak Abrahamian, president of the National Council of Western Armenia, the Armenian Circle of Mandelieu la Napoule, the Armenian Assembly of Western Armenia, the Association of Veterans and Resistance of Friends of Armenian Origin kindly invite you to attend the ceremony dedicated to the memory of the victims of the genocide against Armenians and at the 10th anniversary of Khachkar opening. The ceremony will take place in Mandelieu la Napoule on April 24 of 2019 at 11 a.m. in the Square of Armenia, under the honorary presidency of Sébastien Leroy, mayor of Mandelieu la Napoule. The commemoration ceremony of the victims of the genocide against Armenians will take place on April 24 at 11 a.m. in Lyon Square Antonin Ponce, in the presence of the National Council of Western Armenia and representatives of the Association of Veterans and Resistance of Friends of Armenian Origin. Despite all attempts to annihilate the memory, the Armenian nation of Western Armenia is determined and knows its legitimate rights. Any attempts to deny this political, historical, and legal reality is a denial of the right of existence of the Armenian people of Western Armenia, mentioned Lydia Marcusian, Deputy of the Parliament of Western Armenia. In an interview with Medium X, Armenian Defense Minister David Tonoyan touched upon his statement that the Armenian armed forces should increase the number of attacking units. According to the minister, sometimes people are affected by the information policy of our neighboring country. Azerbaijan keeps claiming that they are so strong, so powerful. Azerbaijan might think it has the monopoly on speaking about victories or territories, but Azerbaijan does not have it and never will have, mentioned the head of the Defense Ministry of Armenia. Speaking about the decision of increasing the number of attacking units which can carry out special operations in the enemy's territory, the minister has explained that they are special operation units that will encounter their enemy in their territory in case of provocation. We will restrain the opponent to prevent similar actions in the future. I am talking about unconventional actions. If necessary, our vanguard units can create chaos in the back of the enemy, mentioned Tonoyan. On May 26, a large-scale concert will take place at Gareng Demircan Sport and Concert Complex on the occasion of the 95th anniversary of the legendary singer Charles Aznavour. During the evening called For You, Armenia, famous and beloved French singers such as Patrick Fiori, Helene Segara, Léa Castel, Rafi Arto, and others will perform during the concert. The Armenian National Philharmonic Orchestra, headed by artistic director and principal conductor Eduard Topçan, will accompany the French singers. The singers will perform not only Aznavour songs but also their own. The Kurdistan regional government opened the first Armenian church in Erbil. It has been built and supervised by the Ministry of Endowment and Religious Affairs and is located in the district of Ankava, an area known for having predominantly Christian population. In a special ceremony attended by officials, the house of prayer was initiated. The opening of this church itself is laying another foundation stone for a peaceful coexistence of different ethnic and religious groups in Kurdistan region. Stephanie Dizay stated that the culture of tolerance and coexistence is not a political decision, but it rather has deep cultural roots in Kurdistan. Dizay also said he hoped that displaced Christians could return to their homes. The Kurdistan region is home for many Christians, distributed throughout the different provinces, but with the majority living in Erbil and Duhok. Following the emergence of the Islamic State in Iraq in 2014, most were displaced to areas administrated by the Kurdistan regional government, while others fled abroad. The excavations conducted by the Armenian and foreign scientists in the village of Aznavour of Artsakh confirmed that the people living there 7,000 years ago were the ancestors of modern Armenians. Armenians are the only indigenous people of the Armenian highland. They did not immigrate from other areas. After numerous excavations in Artsakh, we studied more than 10 caves and came to this conclusion, says Doctor of Biological Sciences Professor Lyon.News. According to him, the remains of Neanderthals and fish bones have been found in many cultural layers. However, unlike the Aznavour cave, DNA was better preserved in the Alexandre cave. We found the tooth of the person living in Artsakh about 7,000 years ago. As you know, DNA can be preserved in the tooth by centuries, noted Yepiskopoussian. The genetic study of this tooth was performed in Copenhagen, and it turned out that the gene corresponds to the gene of Armenians. This is another proof that Armenians are the indigenous people of the Armenian highland. Now let us represent to your attention a song by Vigen Hovsepian. You can find the whole version of the song in the official page of Western Armenia TV. This was all for today. Goodbye.